Black Ops 6 Zombies is right around the corner, and we are expecting a host of much desired changes to the mode, including 2 new round-based maps at launch, a brand new movement system, gobblegums, and even more. Now, with some actually interesting additions being added to the new Zombies experience, I'm honestly optimistic about Black Ops 6. Maybe I'm actually fearfully optimistic. Given all this information, I won't lie to you and say Zombies is going to be perfect this year, because I greatly doubt that. However, this new information combined with these 10 features I have on my Black Ops 6 wish list could make this a great Zombies game, and if not the best of all time. To clarify, I'm going to rank these ideas I have on my wish list in order from the ones that I care the least about to the ones that I actually need if I'm going to sink hundreds of hours into this game. Starting off my wish list at number 10, I have an idea that I think is pretty cool. Environmental hazards. You probably don't know what I mean by environmental hazards. It's an idea that I had from other games that have been seen in like the Just Cause franchise, where like there's a giant tornado on the map that just like ruins everything. I don't want that to happen in Zombies. However, I think it'd be cool if, like, I know one of the first maps is going to be on an island, or maybe if we're on a ship, if there was like a room that floated or whatever at a certain time or a certain round. Stuff like that I think is cool, but also I don't want it to be too much because it can be really suffocating and annoying on the player. I know maps like Moon really annoy me with features like the excavators, but I think a little bit, and not to that extent, a little bit are nice, and I think it adds a little extra like point to the map and a little extra flair. Keeps it fresh as you're playing, you know? And I do know Advanced Warfare tried that on Burger Town and people hated it, so definitely less than that. Number 9 on my wish list, we have an actually good storyline. And I know what many of you are thinking, why is this not higher on the list? I really don't care about the zombie storyline that much. I mean, I care about the characters and I think they're interesting, but the actual like details in the 6-hour-long videos describing the story, not really for me if I'm being honest. I just like to run around and shoot zombies and try to solve Easter eggs, even though I fail every time. And even though I'm not super interested in the storyline, I think we all know that the original Ether storyline was very well done, and the Cold War one was just pretty mid overall. So I know they are continuing with the Dark Ether, and hopefully they kind of like hash it out better and kind of get the ball rolling a little bit, but we'll see how they do with that. Number 8 on my wish list is new perks. The last Treyarch Zombies title was Cold War, and with Cold War they didn't really try with new perks. I know they added Elemental Pop, and I believe that was the only one, which I liked that perk. It was cool, good addition. And then Black Ops 4 really tried with the perks, and I think they swung and they missed pretty hard. And all I'm really asking out of this game is that they come up with like 1 or 2 like unique ideas that actually add to the game. I'd be completely satisfied if there were just like 2 nice new perks that are actually useful. And hopefully the perk system's the same. I think it is, but I'm not entirely sure. Number 7 on my wish list is good boss fights. Even in its prime, like games such as BO3 with Zetsubo no Shima, Call of Duty Zombies has had some not very good boss fights, but there's also been some really good ones in the same game like Draw. And Cold War was kind of a mixed bag when it comes to boss fights. There were some high moments with Cold War boss fights, but the low moments like Firebase Z were not it. I'm just hoping that Black Ops 6 actually does a good job with the boss fights, and if we get like 2 or 3 like really solid boss fights, I'd be very happy with that. Number 6 on my wish list is very interesting. Zombie Chronicles 2. Given the success of Black Ops 3's Zombie Chronicles, I think it would make all the sense in the world to bring it back for Black Ops 6. I think it's been hard for Treyarch to kind of find the right time with games, and I think this game is a really good opportunity for that. Overall, Chronicles 2 is not something that I necessarily need in this game, but if they have it, I will be very excited and I will buy it the day it releases. And now that they don't do DLCs anymore, like there's a chance it could be free. I doubt it, but there's a chance it could be free. Number 5 on my wish list is very straightforward. All I want from this game is an actual challenge. Now, I think we all know Cold War Zombies was super easy. Now, as someone who is not very good at Call of Duty Zombies, Cold War was an easy time for me. Even my friends who get like every couple Call of Duties and will play it like 3 times were absolutely thriving on Die Machine when it came out. For me personally, I like the BO3 difficulty, and I know that they're gonna have gobblegums too, so it'll kind of add a little extra easy element to the game, but I would not be complaining if they took it back to the Black Ops 1 World at War difficulty, which, to clarify, I do not think they're gonna do it all, but I wouldn't complain. Number 4 on my wish list is something that I really need in this game, and that is a good progression and reward system. Now, Cold War, in my opinion, did a very good job with this. The camos in Cold War were very well done, and I haven't played in a long time, but from what I remember, I like the progression system as well. I personally wasn't a huge fan of the prestige system in BO3. I didn't love how that worked. I liked it in multiplayer, but not so much in zombies. So I'm completely fine if they just keep what they did in Cold War. I would absolutely love that, and I think they'll do good on that again, but I could be wrong. Hopefully they do. Hopefully. I need that. I need good camos. Getting into the final 3, we have a round-based focus. And the 1-minute little little teaser they had for Black Ops 6 Zombies, they mentioned the words round-based zombies like 4 times, and I'm hoping it wasn't just because it's a buzzword in the community. I'm hoping that they're actually focusing on round-based this time. Cold War was kind of like 60% round-based, 40% Outbreak and other modes, which like I'm fine with the other modes. Like I don't mind Outbreak, but I'm not gonna go out of my way to play that ever. This is just a really straightforward point, but it is one of the most important. If we don't have good, solid round-based maps, Zombies is gonna continue to keep going downhill, and I don't think anyone watching this video wants that. A round-based focus directly leads us into the number 2 spot on my wish list. At least 6 maps. In Cold War Zombies, we only had 4 maps. 5 if you include Outbreak. And that would be fine if they were all amazing maps, but I personally only like 2 of the 4. And then if we go back a little bit further, Black Ops 4 had 8 maps. Maybe 5 or 6 are like actually good maps. So we kind of ran into opposite problems here. Cold War did not have enough, and Black Ops 4 had too many. It was too much quality over quantity. Cold War, they did something with that game. I sound like I hate it. I don't hate Cold War. I think it's decent. But if we look at Black Ops 3, in my opinion, I think it had the golden number of maps. Excluding Chronicles, Black Ops 3 had 6 maps. And Black Ops 3 had a really good variety of difficulty as well. Some maps like Go Rod were actually pretty difficult, and then other maps like Revelations were pretty easy. I think having that middle ground of 6 maps would be amazing. I think there's a chance we could actually get that this year. But even if they give us like, you know, 1 or 2 more maps, I don't think I'd be complaining, to be honest. Finally, the thing that I need the most out of this game, unfortunately, I don't know if it's gonna happen, and I kind of doubt it, but the thing that I need the most in Black Ops 6, number 1, is mod tools. Black Ops 3 Custom Zombies, which is on a game that has been out for 9 years now, is still receiving at least 2 or 3 custom maps every day. Granted, most of them are trash. There's at least like 1 or 2 a week, 9 years later, that are like pretty high quality, like fun maps. And without custom maps, I don't think I'd be making this video right now. Even though Zombies has been fairly dead for years, YouTubers like Chrism and FPS Psycho have blown up in recent time just playing these custom maps. The recent success of these YouTubers goes to tell us that people are still interested in Zombies. It's just that Zombies isn't interesting, which is very sad. And that's why I want these mod tools to be in this new game, because I know that even if this game is half as good as Black Ops 3 Zombies, they update the mod tools, there will be at least 5 years of like good content out of custom maps. It literally creates infinite content, which is amazing for both people like me who play the maps and try to make videos out of them, but also just people who love Zombies. It just creates so much content, and I think it's a need for the game. Overall, I'm very excited for Black Ops 6 Zombies, and if you enjoyed this video, check out this commentary video about Zombies up here, or check out a Zombies gameplay video with me and my friends up here. So thank you for watching. Have a good one. Goodbye.